But I'm starting to question the love that was made. I'm not looking for just an affair. Want a love that is based on truth, not just dare. You would not hurt my pride if right now you decide that you're not ready to settle down. But if you want my heart, then it's time that you start to act like you're mine in the light, in the dark. If you love me,
Say it,
if you trust me,
do it,
if you want me,
show it,
if you need me,
prove it,
as if you love me,
say it,
if you trust me, if
do
you
it,
if you want me,
show it,
if you need me.
prove it.
Now you see lashes speak louder than words. So don't
Bay,
just say things
Bay,
that I already heard.
Steve,
Don't want your body without your soul.
I understand that, but we gotta get to the episode.
I was just getting into it. It was a little shaky, but I got through it.
A little shaky, a little shaky. Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marquise.
And this is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
Welcome back to the Stuck With Me podcast.
I just had to let you do that.
It works.
But you stuck. You stuck with me.
Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. How you feeling?
You get new sounds on the soundboard and you don't know how to act.
So what's your point?
That is my point.
Okay. Well, how you feeling?
If you love me, say it.
I love you.
If you trust me,
I do.
if you want me,
I show it every day.
if you need me.
I do that too. Now, how you feeling, babe?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Yes, yes, I'm excited too. We got a lot to celebrate, you guys.
I'm trying not to lose my voice before the big day.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
But oh, damn it.
They've been spilling over into the episodes, y'all. Her pre-recorded yarns are actually now recorded.
I blame Steve because he was like, the people should witness one.
That's all right.
I'd say they earned it.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, y'all.
So in this episode, you guys, we're talking about a lot of things in the relationship when you sometimes your significant other needs you to say things, show
Need
things,
you to
prove it.
say it. Prove it.
Because like we always say, they want you to say it, they can't read your mind.
Show it.
Prove it. I'm glad you brought that part up because a lot of people in relationships tend to say that they're from the show me state. You need to show me. They need to see it in action. So if you want to show, just talking about how you want to show the different ways that you can show your partner love or affection or things of that nature.
First of all, I don't say I'm from the show me state. I'm like, I ain't a damn mind reader. You need to tell me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, baby. Cisco. Oh, I hit that note.
My wife is a character. Now, but I wouldn't say specifically you say that you're from the show me state. I'm just saying I've heard it from people.
I
before.
know what you meant.
So let me ask you this, just using us an example. What are the things or what are the ways that you would want me to show you that I'm appreciative, that I need you, I want you?
That's a loaded question. Why do you start off this episode like this? How dare you? It's the audacity.
I've always had a lot of audacity when it comes to you, but that's beside the point.
Oh, hold on. It's still a family show.
It is a family show. I didn't say anything reckless.
I know what you meant. I could read between the lines, sir.
No, it was just a straightforward question.
Uh-huh.
No,
But to answer your question, because you just come blazing.
did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You just like, how are some of the ways I can do this, 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 and this? Like, you got to take your time. You know you got to take your time with me. I'm fragile.
Fragile.
Fragile. I'm an emotional gangster, girl. No. Well, I would say this. Nothing really comes to mind now, but I'm thinking of more in the past where I've told you, like, well, I would like have these random revelations while we in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe I should do this instead of this, and I'll sit there for a minute, and you be in total agreement, and you'll say something like, "Yeah, I've been thinking that for a while," and I'll be like, "Bae, if you notice this, why did you say something before?"
I agree with that. I'm not gonna even hold you on that. When you have said that, we've had that conversation before,
Yeah, like,
and that goes to the first part. If you love me, say it, or just say it.
yeah, like if you see me, I'm not saying that you'll let me go down it all over the bridge and stuff like that. But if you see I'm like halfway towards there, or my foot about to slip, why wait until I notice it? How come you just don't say that?
I mean, that's one of the things that we've had that topic in our relationship, and I think that with you saying it, because like you said, people are not mind readers.
Yeah.
So first of all, when we start our relationship and we have those conversations, I thought that it was a good thing for you to tell me things because, like I said, I don't mind reading, but I think it also helped progress through our relationship because not only did I learn how to say it, but I also learned how to make the gestures to show it.
And then also, well, let's scale it back a little bit.
Okay.
So if we talking about us.
Hmm.
So I would say in the dating phase, you might tread lightly talking to your partner because it's the beginning stages. It's all, oh, he cute, oh, she cute, oh, I love him, oh, I love her. We're a couple now, yay. And, and you tread lightly on that because it's like it's it's new territory. You don't want to step any toes. You still feeling each other out,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I see where that comes from. But like later on, once you hit that, let's say what, a year
Mhm.
threshold, year and a half, going into 2 years, you start to get an idea of this person, and then you start to be like, okay, this is how our dynamic set up. Let me go ahead and be more vocal about what I want. And I think, and it's funny that you mentioned that because I was listening to the Dear Future Wifey podcast.
Mhm.
The latest episode had uh my favorite I guess they call it my favorite
The
auntie
Auntie's podcast.
podcast on there,
Yeah.
and they was talking about how they're navigating purity culture and stuff like that. If y'all have not listened to their podcast, the my favorite aunties podcast and Dear Future Wife, I suggest y'all check them out.
Yeah, cause
They
I've
are dope.
I've listened to the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and what he talks about and what the guests that he brings onto his platform,
Mhm.
A1.
I mean, hopefully one day, if he's listening,
Mr. Whitfield.
Mr. Whitfield, sir, you could have us on there. We have a story. We have a testimony.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But anyway, so they was talking about their how they navigate dating in the purity culture. But one of the things that they talked about was communicating their wants
Mhm.
and needs, right?
Right.
So I just can only speak for the women's side of things. Like if a woman says that she wants a man to be sensitive or gentle with her and all these things, and then she vocalized she need a man to have a job and that, like, and this, that, and the third, and be be able to have these qualities, be able to fix stuff, and something in my soft girl era and this, that, and the third. Sometimes that comes off as too much when you're dating a person,
Mm.
depending on the what's the word I'm looking for, the person, they not a spouse, significant
Significant other.
other, thank you, the significant other or the potential significant other that you're pursuing. They be like, okay, she coming on a little too strong here.
Okay.
She talking
Yeah.
about, oh, she need a man with a car, she need a man with some money, a man to pay her rent.
Yeah. I think that there should be some of that stuff should be introduced in doses in
And
certain
that's
parts.
what I'm saying. Like when you in that initial phase, you're not 50-50 of the time. You're not gonna go head first in there. Like, here go my list right here.
Yeah, I agree
It
with
could
that.
be intimidating. That's the word I'm looking for.
I understand that. And I think it's when you learn to read the person that you're starting a relationship with, or
Mhm.
even before you get into a relationship. I think that there should be at least a couple of conversations beforehand where you and the person that you're talking to say, okay, this is this is what I want and this is what I need in a relationship. Now, I also think to what you just said, it can come off as too much, but I think that also includes the tone that you say it in, because the way you say it, and sometimes not what exactly what you say, is what turn people off.
Never too much, never too much, never too much.
So,
Dun, dun. I'm sorry. I'm just full of songs in this conversation.
but but yeah, when you have those conversations, and those conversations that are important to have, your tone, not to be funny when I say this, but your tone sets the tone for the conversation.
I agree with that to an extent. Now, let's turn this conversation to another point of view here. We're
Okay.
still staying on the same topic of, speaking, showing, proving, and all that.
Mhm.
Let's just use an example because this happens. When you break up with a person,
Okay.
okay? What about when you try to be nice when you're breaking up with a person? You try to let them, as they say, let them down easy, right?
Mhm.
But it don't always work like that. Sometimes you try to let the person down easy, they get upset. I mean, you're breaking up with them.
You're mourning the death of a relationship. I get
Yeah,
it.
you're upset. Or the person is still trying to hold on.
Mhm.
They'll do some things or do certain or some circumstances will happen, and I put circumstances in the air quotation. What I mean is they'll create situations to keep you around because they know that you're not gonna leave with a certain thing going on. So, like I say, you try to break up a person, and all of a sudden they get sick,
Okay. Yeah.
or they break a leg or injure themselves,
Yeah.
and they know you're the type of person that you're just not gonna leave somebody on the wayside.
Mhm.
Because that's happened to me before.
Mhm.
And I know a couple of the people, I'm not going to put them out there.
Mhm.
But, you know, it's just random stuff happens. And then now you're like, dang, I
Break
can't
up with 'em.
break up with
Yeah.
them right now. That'd be bogus.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden they create more situations. And you like, okay, now I try to be nice. Now
Direct.
I got to be mean about it
Mhm.
because the nice approach, you're taking advantage of me at this point.
Agreed.
So yeah, so situations like that made me think, okay, well sometimes you do gotta be mean. Sometimes you gotta be direct. Sometimes a breakup does call for a phone call instead of face to face. Or well, I don't really support text message and breakup, but it depends. Like if it's the safest way for you to break up with somebody, then okay. You know?
Mhm.
Or even if you're not breaking up with somebody, you're still in a relationship
Mhm.
with your significant other. You know, let me see. Like, let's take me and you for an example.
Okay.
If I know that you have an idea, we working on a project,
Mhm.
and your idea has some holes in it,
Mhm.
and I know my idea for to get the project done is more efficient, more safer, and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I got to present this to Bay, but I just got to do it in a way that I don't make him upset.
Mhm.
You know, and so I try to set the soft approach, like, hey babe, your idea is good, but let's think about it in a different way. Like, what if I add this here and you're not getting it, it's not clicking for you?
Mhm.
And after so many times, I'm like, okay, look, Negro, you just we got to do it this way because you play pimping,
Mhm.
but then I guess I just answered my own question with that. You just got to know your person.
I was just about to say
You
that
got to
because
know the personality of the person.
yeah, I was just about to say that because as you progress in your relationship, whether it be a month in, 6 months in, or whatever, you start to learn I like to call them isms of your significant other. So you learn how to speak to them. You know what to say and when not to say and how to say things. And you also learn you learn what buttons that can be pushed, what buttons not to push, and what buttons that you just like you got to take your chances with them.
I press the button.
So, yeah. I mean, when you love someone or you care for someone, you're gonna do all the things, especially at the beginning of the relationship, to show them that you really care. Because, like you said, it's a new relationship. You're excited. Everything's all lovey dovey, and then you get to the point where you're comfortable with them, and you just like, okay, you're not super everything that you were at the beginning of the relationship, but you still want to show them that you care, and that's the things that you learn as you go along in the relationship. So it's like show it, prove it, say it. I think depending on the person that you are dating. Ooh, I just had an epiphany. So remember the 5 love languages?
Mm-hmm.
That definitely comes into play here because people love to gifts, words of affirmation, things like that.
Oh,
That
I
are,
thought she was gonna go through all five of them for our cousins, but they didn't.
I mean, well, it's look, it's a good book that you should read. Is by Gary Chapman. It's called The 5 Love Languages. So w-
I thought you was gonna go down the list of.
I wasn't going to go down this. I
Oh,
was just giving examples. But those type of things that you learn about your significant other, and they're going to change, as you guys progress. So, I mean, when it comes to showing and proving and saying it and doing it, oh, sometimes do is the biggest one. Do it is the biggest one.
well, for our cousins, because I thought Marquise was gonna do it. Thank you, Steve. The five love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
So say that again.
Words of affirmation,
Say it,
acts of service,
do it,
receiving gifts,
show it,
quality time,
prove it,
and physical touch.
show it.
You know, that reminds me of another song while you was talking about that.
What you got?
When you love someone,
You
you
just
just
don't
don't
treat
treat
them
them bad.
bad.
Oh, how I feel so sad now that I wanna leave. He's crying his heart to me. Why could I let this be all it takes the time to see?
I just want to see.
Oh, I wanna see where I wanna be. Can I do it?
Go ahead. You got to.
Sweetie doo dee dee dee. I don't mean to hurt you, baby.
I can see how you got that.
Yeah.
But just in a relationship sphere, there are things that I know a lot of people who are not big on certain things like showing and proving and things like that. But I think that comes with development of the relationship. And the more you two get comfortable with each other, it's gonna be sometimes a bumpy
Excuse me.
road, but it's definitely gonna be worthwhile.
Well, I was getting ready to say, with me, I mean, I said it in our vows, and then we joke about this all the time. When I say I was a hardcore gangster, now when you came around, I'm an emotional gangster girl. It was just my, excuse me, it was just my funny way of saying like I had this hard exterior. Like I never really let anybody in. I was protecting my feelings, don't show because I mean I mentioned this so many times. I grew up building this wall to protect myself. So cuz I thought being vulnerable was weak. So now when you came along, excuse me, now that you came along, I'm more open about my feelings. I let you I'm more vocal about what's wrong with me or when I'm happy, when I'm sad or you let me or I feel like I'm in this safe space where I can be quote unquote in my soft girl era.
I'm glad you said that, and I'm gonna tell you why. So, if you guys follow us on social media, you saw the
Excuse me.
video that I put up of me sitting there and she's sleeping. But
Oh, the snoring video?
see, I wasn't gonna put you out there like that, but okay.
You already did when the video came out there, so it's too late for that.
So we had someone comment and say that you were peaceful and that you felt protected around me. And when she said that, I sat there and thought about it. I'm like, you know what? She's right. And
Baby, because that was some good sleep.
oh yeah, everybody saw.
I was, look,
You were out of there.
baby. To give context to this video, we had came back from church.
Amen.
We had came back from church. I think it was after eating too, right?
Yeah. But
We didn't have nothing heavy.
yeah, we didn't have nothing heavy.
It was just a chicken Caesar salad, and I was like, babe, this wave of sleepiness is coming over me. I started to feel it in church, but I didn't fall asleep in church. But when I hit that couch and that pillow, and I was like, oh, it's a little cold. I grabbed that little throw. I was out of there, and I was in the joke.
You were so out of it that you started, snoring.
Don't be shy about it now. Everybody know that I snore sometimes. But anyway,
But in all fairness, y'all, she only snores when she's really tired.
or sick. So it was just like, so I told Marquise, I was like, babe, I guess I was resting in the Lord and in your love, cause that was some good sleep.
I'll take it. I will take it.
But yeah, I saw that comment too. I was like, yeah, that's what it was. I felt comfortable. I felt safe, and it just everything was just uh, dreamland from there.
And you know what? I'm glad to hear you say that because as your husband, I always want to make you feel safe and make you feel comfortable. So even though the video just a funny short and a gag, it your confirmation of me having you or allowing you to feel safe and comfortable means I'm doing my job right as a husband.
Well, I guess that's something I can work on too. Continue to give you those words of affirmation. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
The
thinking.
words of affirmation that you are doing a good job and that, I'm happy.
I'm glad to hear that because sometimes like you always tell me sometimes you need to hear from your significant other. Now I
It just feels good to hear me say that to you, doesn't it?
yeah, because you always
Because you
say
got
that
that Kool-Aid smile.
she's really making fun of me.
Aw.
No, but because we've had that talk a lot when you want me to say something. Sometimes you just want to hear me say it. I see it's
You want
it's
to reciprocate it.
not just reciprocate, but it's different when the shoe is on the other foot
It
because
just makes you feel warm and fuzzy
it
inside.
does.
Uh-huh.
I have no problem admitting that.
It just turns you into mush. Now you know how I feel when you do certain stuff to me.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm not
Just
gonna
go ahead and
hold
say,
you.
you a
You're
right
right, wife.
wife.
Yep.
Ah.
But when you get into a relationship and there's certain times in a relationship where you want your partner's gonna want you to say something, particularly sometimes without them having to tell you to say it, because that happens a lot. But just know that it always helps your significant other feel good, feel better about the relationship and the decision that they made to be with you as their significant other.
Now I will put this in here because this is a thing too. Now, there might be some listeners that's like, I'm not the type to always give like confirmation or affirmations to a person when they doing stuff they supposed to do. I understand that cuz to a point I'm like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you getting to know a person, you navigate that. Now, for example, let's just use a basic example. Let's do taking out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
if if I come home, I see, oh, he took out the trash. I say, oh, say to myself, oh, Bay took out the trash, right? Sometimes I'll say thank you, or sometimes I might not. Now that's not to say I don't appreciate it, but sometimes I'm like, it just it's not a first instinct. Now if I see like he took out the trash, he washed dishes, or a combination of things, I'm like, oh, thank you for that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to dive into that a little bit. The importance of saying thank you and
Please and thank you.
yes,
That's I feel like
thank
that's
you and
not
please.
that's not just a relationship thing. I think that's just a people thing because we forget please and thank you go a long way.
Exactly. And it's very important in a relationship because sometimes if you don't hear please or you don't hear thank you for a long time, your significant other, depending on the type of personality they have, may start to feel taken for granted.
Now me, I don't think Marquise feels like I take him for granted.
Absolutely
If
not.
if now Marquise will tell you I am the queen of saying I'm sorry when things don't go right, and it don't even be my fault. He be like, why are you saying sorry for?
But you know what?
But that's just in my nature.
It's in your nature, but
When it comes to you, it's in my nature.
I think it speaks more to your character and the integrity that you have. That's why
I received that.
that's my thought process on it because like you just said, you're the queen of thank you. I mean, you're the queen of I'm sorry, but you definitely are big on the please, definitely on the thank you. And with me and our relationship, I definitely want to make sure that you don't feel taken for granted, that all the things you do for me, I greatly appreciate, and being appreciative in your relationship definitely goes a long way too. I will make that like the third part of it. So you have the thank you, the please, and the being appreciative.
Yeah, and I think that comes from past relationships. I said in my next relationship, I said I want to be more vocal about saying please and thank you because I don't want to come off as ungrateful,
Hmm.
right? And I feel like some stuff you don't have to do, but you want to, and I want to make sure that I acknowledge you for that.
I agree with that, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it just gave me another idea.
You just full of ideas.
You know, I get them from you though, so I'm cool with that.
Oh, well,
So,
I take all the credit. Then. I'm just kidding.
so the more you, the more your significant other feels appreciated, the more that they're gonna want to do for you, and vice versa. And no one, in my opinion, should have an ego or feel like that they're not doing enough in that situation. But speaking for us, and we've always been like this. Whenever you do something for me, that makes me want to come back and do something even greater for you, and vice versa.
Because you know what I'm getting ready to say. Hence why we always have the competition around Christmas time.
But you know what? It's a healthy competition because
It's a healthy
we always want to
competition.
just go. We want to go out for each other.
It's a healthy competition. But I was just thinking, like, whenever I reside in the shadow of the Holy Spirit and have this little chilling, how does this competition gonna go? Are we gonna divert from the presents from each other to who could give the best present to our kids, or what?
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I would say that you win, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm no. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be serious with you. I would say that you win because you gave me the greatest gift that a woman can ever give a man.
Oh,
That's the
children,
honest God truth.
children.
Yes.
Oh,
That that part right there. I'm like, you know what? She got it. She got it.
you gonna make a pimp cry, and I ain't even birthed not one kid yet. Not near one. Not even pregnant.
No, I'm.
And let me say that. Which can I'm not even pregnant yet, so don't start. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but with that being said, I how can how can you top that? Because y- the greatest gift of all, having children, you you got it, babe. You got it.
Just keep that same energy when it's time for a push
I ain't got nothing. I I ain't got nothing for.
He said he ain't got nothing for me, y'all. Y'all heard that? You see how Marquise treat me?
Mm,
But I be trolling him though.
It's a
Don't take this. Don't y'all don't take this seriously.
look.
This is how we troll each other.
It's it's equal trolling opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, the ETO,
ETO.
equal trolling opportunity.
Hmm. Not PTO.
ETO.
But I guess it's PTO too, because you got to prepare the others for the trolling they're going to see at this live show.
Speaking of live show, y'all, 1 week away. Look, we are.
7 whole days.
Ooh, I like how you did that. I
High
like
five, Williams.
I like how you did that. So look, we are excited for this live show. We can't wait to meet y'all. Can't wait for y'all to see the show. We cannot wait to show you the things and just conversation about the beautiful things about love and relationship and marriage, and just some of the things that we learned along the way. Granted, we're going to be 3 years in, but 8 years in a relationship, I'm gonna say you learned a whole lot.
Hey, since the song is if
No, no,
you
don't. Are you talking about this episode?
this episode.
Okay, I thought you were about to say for the live show.
Oh
No.
no.
Okay, don't. I'm gonna say don't.
No.
Save that for that.
See, God don't like you saying blasphemy about me. That's why that happened.
Save that for the episode.
See,
Just
even God was like, "How did you? Why did you put that on my child?" Anyway, I was getting ready to
that's gonna make a
say,
funny blooper later.
I was getting ready to say, since the song for today's episode is "If You Love Me," this is how we saying we love y'all. We're showing you
Yes.
with the live show,
That-
and we're proving it with the live show,
exactly.
and we're saying it
with
with
the
the
live
live
show.
show.
And we're gonna do it
With the live show. See, look at that. I'm just yes. See,
The what?
she don't miss.
Look, with the men, I'm telling you right now, the woman that you choose to marry is gonna help you a lot. You gotta choose right, y'all. You gotta choose right. I'm speaking to my fellas.
And get it right.
So
But no, I'm excited for the live show.
yes, I am too.
Which means Look deep into my eyes. You too. Well, you looking deep into their eyes.
Uh,
Look at them. Look at them.
I'm hypnotized by you, but I'm
Look, no,
gonna face
look
this way for a
at
second.
them. Look at them. Which means y'all are, if you have not got tickets to this live show, y'all are tripping.
Tripping,
Trip,
tripping, tripping.
tripping.
I got that from Sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky.
Oh yeah, because if you don't get no tickets, it's about to get sticky.
Mhm.
Okay, so y'all tripping if y'all get these tickets. Tickets are selling. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, we thank y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We thank y'all for the love and support.
Yeah.
Like all jokes aside, we thank y'all for the continuous love and support with the YouTube channel, the Instagram page, the Facebook page, and just sharing all the clips and reels. We truly, truly appreciate this.
Yes, because we're getting ready to celebrate our 100th episode, and I remember when we first started out, we were starting out from our dining room.
Our dining room table trying to
Yeah.
figure out what to name this podcast.
Yes, and you guys have supported us through every episode, left us plenty of comments, giving us a lot of love, and we do this because it's therapy for us, but we want to show you guys that relationships with the right person can be wonderful.
And plus, we love sharing experiences with y'all.
And we know that we're not the only ones going through this because some of y'all probably went to your own relationships and be like, we go through that too.
Yep.
So
You are not alone.
exactly. But beautiful. On that note, you want to tell the people where they can find us?
First, no. Before we do that,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
But back to what I was saying before, because y'all trying to pull at our heartstrings. If y'all still haven't gotten these tickets, y'all tripping. So what you gonna do after you listen to this episode? You gonna go to our social media pages. We're gonna drop the handles in a minute. We're gonna do what we do. Our little bit with that. And you're gonna scan the QR code on the nice flyer where I had my hair done and dressed in purple, and I had on some heels that day. A sister was looking fierce, all right, and
Body.
yaddy yaddy, okay, and you're gonna scan that QR code, and it's gonna take you to Eventbrite. Or if you for some reason you can't get the QR code, or QR code does not work for you, you're gonna go on Eventbrite.com, Eventbrite.com, and in the search bar you're gonna put the letter U, STUCKWITMELIVE exclamation point. And tickets are only $5 before tax, and even with tax, it's like what, $7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if y'all ain't got nothing to do on a Saturday night, you want some good wholesome fun, just come to a live show and
Yes.
say what up to us. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have black owned vendors
Yes.
because
Yes.
you gotta support the black dollar. Power
That's-
to the people.
SYO. Support your own.
Power to the people. Or buy black or die, because that's by any means necessary.
And you guys are gonna be the first to get some of our merchandise.
And get some of our merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to meet our cousin Steve too, because he be here with the stuff too.
Can I get a round of applause for that one?
Yes, you can.
Let's go,
Yes.
And speaking of Ryan, Steve, thank you for all the things that you do on the podcast. Editing, it doesn't go unnoticed. So
Dealing with our banter, because you be like sitting here like, what the hell they talk about? But it's good.
Thanks for being so wholesome.
But as you say wholesome now, I gotta for real stop saying hell and damn and all that stuff. I've been working on my cursing, y'all.
You really have.
I have. But anyway, yes, so grab your tickets now. Y'all stuck with us.
Definitely stuck with us.
So y'all gotta come to the live show on April 5th at One Direction Church.
New Direction.
I keep messing this up. New Direction Church.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. New Direction Church.
But it's okay though, because I'm not perfect, and I wasn't expecting to be perfect,
Which
and I
means
know
I
you're
gotta
not
change
perfect.
this text. I think I put One Direction Church.
Ooh, I'm telling. Just the banter.
No, New Direction Church. I did. I put the
just
right
the-
name on
Just the banter between us, y'all.
it. Yeah. But anyway, Bae, first you could find us on first you could listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you stream your favorite shows. Now, Bae, you want to drop the handles?
Yes, I do. So you can email us at youstuckwithme@gmail.com. That is USTUCKWITME@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at YouStuckWithMe_podcast. That is USTUCKWITME_podcast. You can find us on Facebook. Just type in You Stuck With Me, all one word. You'll find our Facebook page. You'll see all the videos, all the craziness. Taylor snoring, but when she's snoring, that means she's sleeping well. That means I'm doing my job as a husband. You
Good
can find
save.
you can find me on IG and the app formerly known as Twitter at mine_1. That is M1NE_1. And you can also find me on TikTok. I know I'm late to the game. You ain't got to rub it in.
I was really sitting here chilling, but since you mentioned it, yeah, you late to the game, partner.
You Stuck With Me_podcast. USTUCKWITME_podcast. And Bay, you want to tell people where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram and the app formerly known as Twitter under Queen Points. That is PO1NTZ. Again, that is Queen Points, PO1NTZ. But if you want some real behind the scenes stuff beside me snoring and what Marquise does in his spare time trolling me and how I'm a plot to get him back for that snoring video, you can follow me on TikTok under Queen Points 22. Again, that is Queen Points 22.
And if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, and share.
And if you on Spotify, make sure you do those things as well.
Can't
And
but-
if you hit us up on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yes. And y'all been blowing up this YouTube like crazy.
Crazy. We appreciate it.
Yes. Oh, you know who else we should thank? So since we're going into our 100th episode and we've had a lot of guests along the way, let's thank the guests for coming through and kicking it with us. The guests that we've had, Mike and Joy at the My Truth podcast.
Dr. Nikki Nicole
Yes.
from Breaking the Silence podcast.
The ladies of Wine and Grow.
Yes. Which I'm excited to see them. I'm going to their event
Yes.
on Thursday.
Yes. So many guests. If we didn't name you, you know.
Charge it to our heads, not our hearts. We will definitely be thank you at the live show.
Yeah. Oh, you know who another one that came to mind? Beyond I Do.
Beyond I Do podcast.
Yeah. So
Yep.
thank you to the guests.
And
Thank
Verbal Tea.
you, Verbal Tea.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Successful Toy podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Toy.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the guests that we've had, thank you for sharing the space with us. This is your boy Marquise.
And this is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And we out, y'all.
Hey, you stuck. You stuck with us.
See y'all at the live show.
Hey, come to the live show.
Come have some fun, y'all. We out.
Peace.